my two adults.
Hi, my name is Aria Davis, and this is my persuasive speech. Imagine walking into an animal shelter and seeing rows of dogs wagging their tail. Every one of those animals has a story. Some were abandoned, some were rescued from neglect, and others were surrendered because their owners could no longer care for them. None of them chose to be there, but every one of them deserves a second chance. Every year, millions of dogs and cats enter animal shelters across the United States. While many are adopted into loving homes, thousands continue to wait, and sadly, not every animal gets that opportunity. This is why adoption matters. After researching information from the ASPCA, Humane World for Animals, and Virginia Tech, I learned that adopting from an animal shelter is one of the most meaningful decisions someone can make when looking for a pet. If you or someone you know is thinking about adding a pet to their family, I encourage you to adopt from an animal shelter before buying from a breeder or pet store. Today, I will explain 3 reasons why adopting is the best choice. First, adoption saves lives. Second, it helps reduce overcrowding in shelters. And finally, adopting animals provides loving homes when animals can live happy and healthy lives. The biggest reason to adopt is simple. It saves lives. According to the ASPCA, millions of companion animals enter shelters every year. Many of these animals are healthy, friendly pets that simply found themselves in unfortunate situations. Some were abandoned, some were rescued from abuse or neglect, and others were surrendered because their owners moved, faced financial hardships, or could no longer care for them. These animals didn't do anything wrong. They simply need another opportunity. When someone adopts from an animal shelter, they are giving that animal a second chance at life. Instead of spending weeks or months waiting in a kennel, the pet gets to experience what every animal deserves, a family that loves and cares for them. Think about how different life is for a shelter animal compared to a family pet. In a shelter, animals often spend most of their day in a kennel with limited attention because staff members are caring for hundreds of pets. While shelters do an amazing job, they can never replace the comfort of a permanent home. When someone adopts, everything changes for that animal. They finally have someone to play with, take them on walks, celebrate birthdays, and love them every day. Every adoption is the beginning of a new life for that pet. Not only does adoption save one animal, but it also allows shelters to rescue another homeless animal that needs help. Saving lives is an incredible reason to adopt, but it also helps solve another serious issue facing shelters today: overcrowding. Many animal shelters across the country are overcrowded. Every day, new animals arrive faster than others are adopted. This creates a difficult situation because shelters have limited space, staff, and resources. When shelters become overcrowded, employees and volunteers work incredibly hard to provide food, medical care, exercise, and attention to every animal. However, caring for hundreds of pets at once can be extremely challenging. By adopting one animal, you immediately create space for another homeless pet to receive care. Think of it like opening a seat in a classroom. When one student leaves, another student has room to join. The same idea applies to shelters. Every adoption frees up space for another animal that might otherwise have nowhere to go. According to the Humane World for Animals, adoption helps reduce pet homelessness while supporting responsible pet ownership. As more families adopt instead of buying from breeders, shelters become better equipped to save animals that are abandoned or rescued in the future. Reducing overcrowding also improves the quality of life for animals still waiting to be adopted. With fewer pets in the shelter, staff members can spend more time vocalizing with pets, providing enrichment activities, and helping them prepare for adoption. This means adoption doesn't just help the pet you bring home, it improves lives for every animal remaining in the shelter. Another benefit is that overcrowding puts financial pressure on shelters. They must provide food, vaccinations, medical treatment, bedding, toys, and cleaning supplies for every animal. When more pets are adopted, shelters can use those resources to care for newly rescued animals instead of stretching their budget. Choosing adoption is one small decision that creates a ripple effect for positive change. While adoption saves lives and reduces overcrowding, perhaps the greatest reward is giving an animal what every pet deserves: a loving family. Every pet deserves a place where they feel loved and cared for. Unfortunately, some people avoid shelters because they believe shelter animals are unhealthy, aggressive, or difficult to train. In reality, this is one of the biggest misconceptions about adoption. Most shelter pets are healthy animals that have been examined by veterinarians, vaccinated, and evaluated before becoming available for adoption. Many shelters also work with animals on basic training and socialization to help prepare them for their new homes. According to Virginia Tech, adopting from an animal shelter gives animals safety, love, and the opportunity to build lasting bonds with their new owners. Shelter animals are just as capable of becoming loyal companions as pets purchased elsewhere. Adopting also benefits the owner. Research has shown that owning a pet can reduce stress, lower feelings of loneliness, and encourage exercise, while also improving mental well-being. Dogs motivate people to spend more time outside, though through daily walks, while cats often provide comfort and companionship after a long day. When you adopt, you're not just changing the animal's life, the animal often changes yours as well. Think about the bond people develop with their pet. Pets become family members. They celebrate holidays with us, comfort us when we're upset, and stay by our side through our happiest and hardest moments. That relationship often begins with one simple decision to adopt. Instead of buying a pet because of its breed or appearance, choosing adoption means giving an animal the chance to experience unconditional love. Today we've discussed 3 important reasons why adoption should be the first choice when looking for a pet. First, adopting from shelters saves animal lives by giving homeless pets a second chance. Second, adoption reduces overcrowding in shelters, making it possible for more animals to receive the care they need. Finally, adoption gives animals loving homes where they can become lifelong companions. The next time you or someone you know starts looking for a new pet, I encourage you to visit your local animal shelter first. Walk through the kennels, meet the animals. You may discover that your future best friend has been waiting there all along. Remember, choosing adoption isn't just about getting a pet, it's about becoming a compassionate decision that changes lives, both yours and the animals. The next time you're looking for a pet, don't shop, adopt. You won't just find a best friend, you'll become the reason an animal gets the second chance it has been waiting for.